FST parents and students, Mrs. Landon here. Welcome to the start of second quarter. I wanted to give you a short video about what you can expect for assessments and learning for second quarter in FST and what I know about our going to full distance learning as we start in the next week here. So this next week, we are also going to have 1 week of hybrid learning left for the students. But then when we start our short week of Thanksgiving, that November 23rd and 24th, the entire high school will go to full distance learning. We only have school 2 days that week. That Monday is going to be a block day and the Tuesday will be a wind day. It is my understanding we will continue into the distance only learning up until our Christmas break. Now, prior to that time, the district will reevaluate and decide after Christmas break, do we go back to the building? Do we continue distance only? So as teachers, we are planning to do distance only as of now up into Christmas break, and then we'll just kind of see what happens from there. So what that means for FST, not a lot of changes. I have hundreds of videos of me teaching my course posted on YouTube. The great thing is I've had those there for years. So I have these videos where the students will still be watching our videos basically to get the lecture from me. My intention will be that the ed is our primary source of lecture for the lessons. Every time your student is scheduled to meet, though, we're going to Zoom no matter what. We're going to take some attendance. I'm always going to go over any homework questions that students have at that time and spend as much time as we need. For example, I did that today with the class and we spent 20 minutes going over homework. It was great. It was just very rich and really trying to help the students out in this virtual world. So it felt very much like the classroom, but obviously over the computer. I'll then give students the kind of highlights of what they can expect to do for that day, answer any questions, and let them go. I'm going to be on the back end of my computer at home at that time. Students always can email me no matter what time, any questions that they have, and I can help them out. I'm also more than welcome to set up one-on-one Zoom sessions with students if they have a study hall and I have an open period, and then we can just chat about any questions that they need. So please know, even though it's going to be virtual for everyone, I'm still here as their standard normal teacher, and we're going to make that work out just fine. Now, for second quarter assessments in my class, what we're going to be doing, because we're all virtual and all distance learning, those normal chapter tests that we have at the end of a chapter, and typically we have 2 tests every quarter in FST. We're going to have a chapter 3 and a chapter 6 test in second quarter. How those tests are going to work, the kids are going to take them at home. They're going to take them during their course time. But what's going to happen is I'm going to actually put them more in the formative category and do more of a total point structure for the grade for second quarter. So instead of having this test category, which was summative, and the homework category, which was formative, it's all going to be meshed together in a total point structure. I already told students about this last week because that was the plan to change for second quarter, and they asked their questions. What that means is this, and the reason why I want parents to know. If your student is the type of student that tends to not do homework and doesn't meet those deadlines, so you see lots of zeros or a handful of zeros in Skyward for homework, because everything is in one bucket now, all the tests and all of the homework, then if the homework is missing, it's going to be weighted more than 20%. Students who tend to not do homework under this total point structure are going to see more of maybe a 50-50 mix. The tests are probably going to be about 50% of their grade and the homework about 50%. Versus in first quarter, we saw 20% was the homework and 80% were the tests. So again, for most students, it's not a big deal. I really did see about the same type of scoring structure last fourth quarter when we went full distance learning. I didn't see a big difference between students taking a summative test versus a formative test and putting it in total points, except if your student was someone that didn't do homework. The homework is going to have more weight on it now in that grade, and the students are going to see more of an impact with zeros in the scorebook. So if you feel like you need some extra support from me, please do reach out and let me know. I'm going to keep my eyes on the gradebook and on the performance of students that are kind of maybe slacking or falling behind in the homework and trying to reach out to them and help. But we've got a good plan to make this distance only structure work. And I know meshing, bringing myself together, having the students and having the families help out too as a support, we're going to kind of build this village and help them get through this structure and really learn and have a nice solid math foundation as they continue to go on in their learning. So feel free to email me with any questions you have. Thanks for your time, and here's to a great start to second quarter.